And they told us to take the president, or go in the room with the president and get him ready for preparing, the body for us so we could put him in the casket. We got inside the emergency room, and the president was laying there on the stretcher. He's covered with sheets. Miss Kennedy come in. We pulled the sheets back, and they had his head completely wrapped with a sheet. Couldn't see his face at all. The only bullet wound that we could see was where they'd done the tracheotomy in the throat. Nurse Nelson, who was the head nurse there, was in the room with us. And I asked her, I said, or really told her, I said, that's the sloppiest tracheotomy I've ever seen, because it was about this long. And she says, well, we did a tracheotomy there, but that's also a gunshot wound. So that, like I say, that was the only wound I saw. But when Miss Kennedy come in, she pulled the sheets back down to his waist. You could see they had done several cut downs on his arms and his chest area. He was already, kind of turning blue at the time.
The tracheostomy incision, which was shown on several of the photographs I examined, looks exactly the same size and the same configuration as it did when Dr. Perry and I did that incision. Now, I find no discrepancy between the wounds as they're shown very vividly in these photographs and what I remember very vividly.
Crenshaw also said the autopsy photograph of the tracheotomy opening on Kennedy's neck shows that it was larger than it had been at Parkland, implying that additional surgery might have been done between Parkland and Bethesda. "That's ridiculous," Dr. Malcolm Perry told the author. "I did the procedure. Tracheotomies are not pretty things, as speed is of the essence. Tissue can sag and stretch after death, but the photos I have seen look like the opening I remember making."